Okay, hi everyone, and welcome to this webinar. I see people joining here, which is super good. Just 30 seconds before we went live, I was told my Wi-Fi is not 100% perfect, so I will go off. Lars-Petter, please take the small talk while I go and get my computer, and I'll be quickly back.
Run, Stine, run. Okay, so this is Story Lab, and this is actually not by design, but this is how it's supposed to be in this Story Lab. We are doing it live without a script, so that means that anything can happen, and even Stine can get very blurry in this event. But no worries, she will get another computer and log back in. And while she do that, I think I will just start off. We have promised you a session with a lot of tips and tricks and cool things that you might be inspired by or learn from. So that's what we're going to do. And also, we want to invite you to the chat. So we want you to participate in what we are doing and asking questions and get feedback and also being able to kind of control this session a bit together with me and Stine. So the last time if you were there, we created a story from scratch. And you guys decided what the story was about, and I just created a story while we're doing it live. So today we are doing a slightly different topic. The goal today is to give you some kind of feedback and like tips and tricks on how to do things. And so I have prepared some kind of notes that we can play around with, and I will explain and show you what I'm doing. So I would love to you guys to really use the chat. So to start off, are you there to give me a feedback? Please give me a short saying, what do you expect from this session in one word, so I can see what you guys are expecting from this, so I can adjust while we go. So, okay, Debbie starts here. That's nice. Creativity. Okay, cool. Debbie, you're going to get creativity. Anyone else has a one-word expectation for this event? Impulses. Nice, Christina. I love that. Probably you will get some impulses, I hope. Anyone else has a word of sharing? Here, let's see what engagement. That's perfect. And hey, look who's back now. Crystal clear. Okay, Stine. So while you're back, we have gotten some input in the chat, and I asked for one word describing their expectations for today. So there's about creativity, getting new impulses, engagement, inspiration, create training for the Equinor University. Linda, you will get that. Inclusivity, cool. Branching, nice, Paul. And stories, okay. A lot of cool things. Okay, Stine, you want to from there to go
Yeah, I can.
intro?
For sure. Thank you. Yeah, this is all about Story Lab being not sure what we end up with. But we did have this session in March, and I just looked at the recording, and we started off saying, okay, we're going to try something new and see if this is something we're going to continue doing. And it was a success that time. So this time we're doing it again, and I'm sure this one is going to be even better. So just before we kick things off, thank you for giving me some slack. I hope I have a better connection now. And in this session, so we have 45 minutes together. And in this session, we will go through all the pro tips, all the tricks, and all the different shortcuts that you can do while you create stories in VR. And I see you have found a chat. That is great. We will use this one throughout this webinar. So if there is anything during Lars-Petter's demo, feel free to write it in the chat. I will answer them throughout the session, or just take it live. If I feel I need to stop Lars-Petter, I will do so. We also have React, so meaning emojis that you can use throughout this webinar. So if there's anything you specifically love or you really think is cool, feel free to use those emojis. It's nice for us to see that you're paying attention, you're following us. And I will also try to use this emoji feature during this webinar, asking you certain questions and asking if you can use the emojis to give us some feedback on different things. Just also mentioning that this webinar will also be recorded, and it also be sent to your email after everything is done. Nice. I'll go ahead and share my slides. I only have a few. Let me see here. There we go. Yeah. So again, welcome to this session. We will hear more from Lars-Petter, and he will dig into VR. That's where we will do most of the work today. And I also must say that I really love Lars-Petter, or looking at when Lars-Petter is working in VR. And I often find myself asking the question, "Hi, how did you do that?" I keep asking Lars-Petter that. And I think this is the initial idea or the foundation for Story Lab, that we actually can see what Lars-Petter is doing behind the scenes and really seeing how the pros are doing it. I've also seen the list of what Lars-Petter will cover today, so I will not use that much more time. I'll leave the word to him. But before he dig into it, I would just quickly say that if you're not familiar with we are a tool for a next generation course authoring tool for immersive learning. Here you also have a QR code, so if you want to test out yourself a 2-week free trial, please feel free to scan this code and test it out yourself. And also here you see my beautiful colleagues. We are a fairly international team, mostly based in Scandinavia and in Norway. And we are both sitting here in Oslo in Norway today. My name is Stine, so I'm the senior instructional designer here working at VR, and I am in daily contact with our customers, helping them getting started, but also creating some content for them if they like that. And together with me, I have Lars-Petter. So he's one of the co-founders and CPO of VR. Okay, Lars-Petter, are you ready for another session?
I'm ready, and
Great.
I have a lot on my plate, so let's kick off.
Okay, cool. I'll leave the word to you. I'll be active in the chat. This is dynamic and open session, so if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. And also, I'll make sure to stop you, Lars-Petter, if there is something I'm wondering about. I'm pretty sure our customers will also have the same kind of questions. Okay, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So, and if you have questions during it, please just pop the questions, and Stine, you will bring it forward to me. Okay, so I have prepared a lot of tips and tricks. I will just go through them. So let's just kick it off here. Now, of course, you have tried, of course, already to just enter some text here. Let's just check this out.
We are back to help you create interactive scenarios faster and smarter than ever. Join our Chief Product Officer.
Okay, so that's kind of how it is from the get-go. He's standing there a bit stiff, so it's like an idle track here. So this little button you see here, which is a new one, is called Auto Animate. So that means I actually can, of course, I can add, animations myself, but I can just click here, and then AI will analyze my text here and find the perfect animations to go, add it to the text. And now if I click play,
we are back to help you create interactive scenarios faster and smarter than ever. Join our Chief Product Officer, Lars-Petter, and Senior Instructional Designer, Stine, as they create a super engaging mini scenario.
So as you see here, now I can just click that button and it will actually give me a suggestion for animations for my text here. And it takes, whatever text is about, like emotions, it will put like a smile or a sad face or angry face or whatever to my animation, so we can go super fast. And of course, afterwards, you can just play around, change them, delete them if you want to. But it means that you can do animations super fast. So that's one kind of cool thing, which makes at least explainer videos or like where you have to do a lot of talking, for instance, it's super easy. We know also that many of you are wondering about this kind of setup here, where I'm in studio here, and what you see now is actually this woman here sitting in this chair and this guy sitting in this chair. So at the first glance, it's like, okay, cool, they are sitting there, right? It's no big deal. And maybe kind of she asks something like, let's say we are in a psychiatry like a therapy session here. She's the psychiatrist, and he's looking like the patient.
Now, Eric, I want you to tell me all about last week.
Okay. So what is the cool thing here is the way that she actually sits in the chair. So she is sitting in a chair, but she's sitting in between here, as you can see. And if you look at Eric, he is also sitting here. If I go in here, we can see that he's sitting here and he's just like placed on the couch here, So it's more like finding his right size, as you see here, and then place him here. The same goes with Nia here, and she's also sitting in the chair. But how can I make her sit in between here? So what I've done here is I have added this small, here you see that now she's sitting like normal, like this. She's sitting kind of outside. So I kind of cut out this part of the chair here and made that into a transparent PNG, which I've just put on the image media track, as you see here. This is the actual chair. So this means that when I do that, and I have this image, as you see here, and now we can, this slider here, that slider goes in the Z axis. So it takes the position towards the camera. So now I have 100%. So this object now is totally 100% in front of the camera, and it's placed in front of Nia. And that just makes the illusion that she's actually sitting in the chair.
Now, Eric, I want you to...
Okay.
I would also like to ask you better, and for those who are new to VR, how do you make them sit?
Okay, that's a good question, because you can I can just actually go here, lying here. So let's just start from the beginning. So this is a guy here. So he's standing here inside this room here. So let's say I want him to sit down. Now I go down to the idle track here. And now we see I have an idle track here, which is a masculine weight shifting, it's called, which means he's just kind of shifting weight on his feet and just like standing there, and he has a confident expressions on his face. So if I go into idle track here, I can simply search for, let's say, search for sit. And now you will see that you see a lot of different sitting. So I can sit just regularly on a chair like this. I can sit and talking on the phone. I can sit and like reading something. I can work on the laptop, etc. So if I just take normal sitting, he can now sit down here. So now he sits on a chair like this. And if I want another type of chair, I can now go in here, and I see here I have like different, like office chair, a simple chair, an office stool, wheelchair. So let's say he's a wheelchair, and maybe I want to have him in a hospital. So if I go here, I can go maybe search for hospital somewhere, and maybe he's here then in this hospital room, right? So it's maybe it takes place here. So that means that you can actually have them sit and do whatever, and you can place them in object like you see here. Or I can go in here and say, well, I'm actually want him to sit not in a chair. I want him to sit, and I choose none, because now it's just sitting. And that means that if I want, I can place him now. Let's say I want to sit, like maybe you want to sit on that little chair behind there. I don't know if I get him that small. Oh, all the way back there. But anyways, so now we see he's kind of sitting in that chair. So that's way, or he can sit on, like on the, I don't know, the, he can sit on the bed here. It's a bit tiny, so let's make him a bit bigger. So maybe he's just sitting there and relaxing, waiting for the doctor to come. So this is how you can make him sit. And you can even make him lie down. So if I go here again, and I go to the same, and I type lying, for instance, here, lying down, you see he can lie down. So if I just do this lying on a bed, or he can lie on a couch like this. So if I take lying on a bed, like this one here, and then I can say, well, I kind of want you to lie in a hospital, just since we were there. So I can choose between like a bed here, a sofa, a hospital bed. So if I choose a hospital bed here, and maybe he's getting ready for a surgery. So why don't we go in here and change it to like a surgery room here, and now he's getting ready to get his surgery, I guess here, and maybe I can zoom that up a bit so he's kind of more here. Oh, maybe that's a bit too big. So I can go around, it's very easily to play around this, and I can go in here and maybe add some kind of Dr. Richard here maybe. So now I have the doctor in place. I can zoom him behind the bed here. He's coming into the room, and from there suddenly you are in a situation where you can train for, let's say, health communication or whatever with the patients, whatever. So this is how you can use these kinds of things to make the character sit and lie down, etc. Okay, so moving on. Another one which I think is cool is that you can now mix stuff in VR. So let's say you have something going on in a story, could be anything, and you want to have like maybe a video, like an AI avatar video. So now we can easily add that to your VR story like this here. Hang on, from here. So let's use this to kick off a story like this.
When an accident happens, every second counts. That's why knowing your safety procedures isn't just important, it can be life-saving. Let's see what happens when a worker falls and how quick, informed actions make all the difference.
Okay, so now we got the introduction with the AI avatar video, and you see the backdrop here is from a warehouse somewhere.
A worker is down. You're the first on the scene after a fall near the scaffolding. You don't know what happened, but you need to act fast. Your actions now could save his life. Let's get started.
Okay, so this is showing you that you can use the mix between an AI avatar video, the animated character in VR, and this here is the hotspot feature where you can actually add interactive hotspots to VR. And in this case, I just uploaded a character from VR to open ChatGPT, and I ask for a patient like this character lying down. So I can show you. Let's see if I can make that happen here, just to show you how it's done. So I just go in. For instance, I can go in here to characters. So let's use this character here. So let's just say that I want this character here. Now I have it here. I can go in here. I can make a new chat. In this chat, I open.
Now you need to change tab.
Yeah. Sorry. Thanks. So here I'm now. I can just upload my screenshot here. So now I can say, okay, I want you to create an image with this 3D character. The guy is super happy. Oh, got some kind of error message. Let's just see what that is all about. And now let's see.
I could also just add, Lars-Petter, while this is loading, just adding that what you just showed now, there was two kind of nodes that we have in VR. So you just showed the poster nodes where you can easily add videos, either upload or embed. And now you're also showing hotspots, which adds even more interactivity to your story. So here you can add clickable objects that you need to click on to be able to proceed and to learn more. And what you're doing now, Lars-Petter, you're generating a photo for that hotspot. So like a background that you can upload and then add the different hotspots to it.
Exactly. So while we leave this generating for here, I can go back here again and into the story and show you that exact hotspot feature. So the cool part with this kind of using AI to generate images like this is that you can so easily create stuff like this, because having like this pose, the camera angle on top, having him lying on the floor and looking like a VR character, it's just like a prompt away. So it's kind of super easy to create it. Just see if it's actually generating.
You have a question maybe that you can answer, Lars-Petter, very quickly. Are you able to choose your own AI source engine in VR?
No, we use a couple of different. We use Azure AI for generating scripts and everything, and we use 11 Labs for voice generation, but also Azure. So I kind of use. I think you should think of it like use the different AI tools out there for the different other tools, and based on what kind of you're familiar with. I mean, some of you guys will use Photoshop. They have some amazingly cool AI features. So I just try to be creative, to think. So so this is, like what happened here was that I had this guy here, and I want to have like a really cheering guy, and I got this one, right? So if I need an image like this, you see how easy it is to create like a special image. For instance, if you want to have like something like this. So now I can click on the hotspots here, and as you see, each time I click on a hotspot, it is set to completed. So if I go into the hotspot feature here, you see here are the hotspots that I have placed out, and it's super easy. I can just simply drag and drop. I can resize. I can change the color to the hotspot as I like, or I can even go here and say, well, I don't want a hotspot shape. I can do select different kind of shapes, of course, like this here. If I like to have a hotspot like this, for instance, I can do that. I can also say I want transparency. Let's just 10%, or I can have like invisible hotspots. I can have not even shapes. I can also upload an image. So if I want something, let's say I want a reflective vest instead, I can have that here, and I can have this is the hotspot. So you see, I can have hotspots in so many different ways, and also I can also say that, okay, what happens? I can edit the content. So this is the content for this hotspot here. I can, of course, change colors, font sizes, whatnot. I can add images to the hotspot, or I can even say that I want to click on the reflective vest to show this info pop-up, or I can say I want to jump somewhere. So if you want to jump somewhere, for instance, to a YouTube video or whatever, you can easily, or you can connect stuff, other courses or chapters or whatever. It's super easy with hotspots. So so now, and going back to this here, I can now, of course, go back and say I keep the original here. I put it over here. Okay, so that's the hotspot. Yep.
I do have two questions for you in regards to hotspots. Can you make them invisible? It's cool to kind of not know where to click.
Yeah. So let's just make one example here, because I just recently made a course where there was a lot of use from the old course. They want to update and use VR to create a more interactive course, and then they used VR, and they had a lot of flip cards. So I figured I can do that because I just made an image like this with the cards on, and then I can do a hotspot like this. I can just simply map it over the card like this, and I can set it to 100% invisible, both on stroke and fill color. I can add the color, the text. This is content for this flip card, and now I can simply press play here, and now I have to figure out where it is, and it's here. Now you can see I get the same kind of sense like a flip card. So we can use the hotspot feature for a lot of different use cases. Okay, so let's continue this.
Okay, good job.
Our guy is down. You have learned about his injuries, and you get some feedback from the learning coach. Let's go.
Okay, good job. Now, in a scenario like this, would you be confident about giving CPR? Let me show you how to perform a correct CPR.
And here is, you can also use content from YouTube. So you can simply add a link.
A cardiac emergency can happen anywhere. Be prepared with a simple technique known as
So how you do this is in poster node, and you see here in poster node you have an image, so you can use different templates, which is super easy. So if the full screen template, you simply just you just paste the URL in. So that's kind of how easy it is to create, and I selected the full screen version here. So that's how it is to create, like, to mix and match real life content or AI avatar videos, or using AI to create like images and add to hotspots, for instance, and just making it super easy. Just imagine, like, if you need a very special pose or an image or whatever from a character, you can simply use AI to upload an image of your character in VR, and you get the exact image you like, placed in any context you like, and it's made just so super quick. I can show you another example here. So now we are directly in a emergency situation. Like, I just play it through, and I can show you how I made it afterwards.
I need to call an ambulance. But what was the emergency number again?
Okay, the same here. I just prompted the warehouse. I prompted the guys. I say, I want a guy like this. I want him to have 2 coworkers, one down, unconscious, and another one kneeling beside him. And so now I get the scenario that we are inside this accident just happened. And I think it's very interesting to see that my focus is on this guy, but I still get very clear sensation of being in a room where there's an accident going on. And I think 911 would be the proper answer here.
Let's try 911. Oh, come on, pick up.
This is 911. My name is Kayla. What has happened?
Okay, so now there was something is going on now to create this small little scene here. The first thing is that I use this kind of split screen. I think it's a pretty nice way. It's actually a very kind of old school cartoon way of solving that 2 people are connecting. If you remember, like the old Superman cartoon comic books, and it's a very kind of well-known like trick to simulate. So what I've done here is I'm just made an image background with this split here, and I placed this character and this character in the same background, but it seems like they are in 2 different rooms, right? And in this way, I can actually simulate that they are having a dialogue all together. So now let's see what my response would be. Okay, so let's try this one. Oh, that was the I prepared. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Let's do it again.
This is 911. My name is Kayla. What has happened?
Okay, let's do this the right way.
Okay, John. Is the person conscious?
And now I added open response. So now I don't get the answering options. Now I have to use my voice, and I can just give my best like guess here. I don't know. He looks. It looks really bad.
John, just answer me. Is he conscious?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay. You sure? Can you ask him what his name is?
And so forth. So you can build an interactive dialogue using AI. So here you can see how this is set up. So in this case here, I am asking the question. Now I'm using AI, and I have pre-written answers, which might be relevant answers. And from that, I have added a way that I allow AI to interpret my answers and match them to the continuing story. So we can mix and match multiple choice or free speech. I can either type or talk to the character and build this scenario. Another thing, I don't know if you noticed, this is kind of a hack, but if you go into this part here, and okay, I can show you and understand, because you heard the sound of the phone ringing, right? The waiting for the 911 to pick up. So if I go here, we have added a cool thing now, which is show hide feature. So let's just play this.
Hi, this is Stefan. He is wearing a sharp-looking suit, and he is ready to kick things off. Stefan, could you turn around, please?
Sure, I can. Like this.
Okay, so this here, now you can hear that there is another voice there, the woman's voice, and you only see Stefan in the image here. And so what you see, you actually have, like in the scene, If you go here, you will see that I actually have two characters, but I have chosen the hide character feature here. So you see now, if I turn her on, you can see her, but you just simply click on her and you can see the eye, so she is hidden. That means that then suddenly she become just a voiceover.
Hi, this is Stefan. He is wearing a sharp-looking suit and he is ready to kick things off.
So using this is very nice because then you can really start playing around with like this voiceover, or you can have other kind of people commenting on things which you actually don't see in the scene, that it makes sense that you can just hear them but you can't see them, etc., etc. So so that can be used for so many settings. It could be used for a guy, like I don't know, like having a video conference. You only see the guy, but you can still hear the voice from the other part in the conference, etc. So it opens up a lot of different cool use cases. And we are working on a new feature in Media Track where you can actually upload your own sounds. But waiting for that to hit the production, you can do this little hack that I just showed you. I don't know if you kind of catched on it, because I wanted this to be like this guy dialing 911 and kind of be impatient and wait. And I want the user to understand that he's actually waiting for someone to pick up. So I needed that sound,
Let's try 911. Oh, come on, pick up.
This is 911. My name is Kayla.
So what I wanted, it's the kind of the sound or that phone ringing. So what I did, I just added same character here, which is her. She has nothing to do here. And I simply uploaded the sound of a phone ringing on her voice. And in that way, I kind of, it's a little hack, but then I made the phone sound like it's waiting for someone to pick it up. And then on the next node, I will back to him speaking, and then I could say,
oh, come on, pick up.
Exactly. So this is how you can kind of play around with the features, even though maybe not meant for that feature specifically. You can be a bit creative and solve these kind of things.
Lars-Petter,
Yep.
Can I ask you a follow-up question in regards to when he says, oh, come on, pick up? Have you used speaking styles for this audio track? No. It just, okay, cool. It sounded like it was edited, but we just got a question about it. So just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so but it's a good one, because we when it comes to speaking styles, there are two. As I said earlier, we are using both Azure voices and 11 Lab voices. So when you double click a voice file here, you can do some changes to it. So if it is an 11 Lab voice, there are no speaking style other than volume, because that's 100% AI based voice. So it actually should adapt a bit to whatever you're saying, not always like super precise, but it should be. If I were to change this character's voice now to a another one here, which you see here, it says speaking styles. So indicating that if you select Davis, Guy, Tony, then there is a speaking style. So let's listen to
Bitcoin's high he waved to ignite the proceeds from all auctions.
Okay, let's do Tony. So if I select Tony's voice here, save Tony, go back inside here, and now he says,
oh, come on, pick up.
Okay, so that if I now do double click, now you see I have a different kind of potential feed. I can pitch the voice, I can rate it, I can do the, of course, volume. So if I go here and I say maybe he is, I don't know, terrified. He's super afraid. Let's test that.
Oh, come on, pick up.
And if I go to increase the rate here, maybe.
Oh, come on, pick up.
So now he's terrified. I can go to, let's say, shouting.
Oh, come on, pick up.
So here you can play around with speaking styles. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, I can whisper.
Oh, come on, pick up.
So here you can see that you can actually play around with speaking styles, but make sure that you have selected a voice that actually support speaking styles. And there are so much things coming with when it comes to AI voices and how this is, it just continues to get improved all the time.
Great clarifications. I was also wondering about the split screen. Did you just see in studio how that was done? Did you show that?
Oh, no, that's good. Thanks. Let's go in
Yeah.
here. Okay,
This
so
is the time where I will say, hi, how are you doing it? How do you do it?
yeah, so here the guy, he is in the warehouse, and in the next scene he suddenly split screen with the 911. So I added a event in between here, and as you see here, this is simply an image. I made this in PowerPoint. It's super easy. I just added 2 images, made a mask, and added a black kind of a line here. And so these guys are actually in the same kind of room, if you like. There's no different here. I put her on a like in a scene where she can have her desk here, so she can sit by this desk. So see, I just placed that so it fits on top of that image. So that's basically it, and I just go from one to the other.
Oh, come on. Pick up.
This is 911. My name is Kayla. What has happened?
Yeah, and then there she is. So it's pretty easy, but it looks kind of cool, I think.
It does. And this actually brings me to my second question. Would you mind showing us where you upload your own locations? We've gotten a question about that. So it's just good now to see where you have uploaded this location.
Okay, so I'm glad. So this here we call events. Now, this is going to be launched in not long, a major update for this, but for now you go into here, you go into the menu here here to locations, and in locations here you upload a location. So you can just simply click on the plus and you just click on upload background, and then it's easy. You just have it in your library, and then you go back to your story, and then you simply go to the event that you were supposed to edit, and go in here, and you just edit locations, and you will find it here on this side, all your locations that are uploaded. So what we are going to do is that you don't have to go to this kind of detour outside. You can do it all here. But talking about this kind of backgrounds, because we are also working on how we can make you guys just prompt the background. So you don't need to upload it. You can just simply prompt whatever. And while we are implementing that, the team made a short little treat for you guys, if you're using OpenAI, that is. Because if I go here, and we can maybe you can share the link in the chat if you have it, Stine. But we made this short little application inside ChatGPT, so everyone that uses ChatGPT can use this. So we made a little application that makes anything you prompt turn out to be a perfectly fitted background location for VR in the VR style, which is slightly Pixar, but a bit more to the photorealistic. So to give you guys a test, I would like you to, in the chat, give me a prompt for a location, and we test this tool. So anyone dare to give me a prompt for any kind of location you want to have created in the VR style, give it to me in the chat.
I see we have a college campus.
Okay, college campus.
Remember to change tab, Lars-Petter.
Yeah, I will. Oh, sorry, here. So this is the small little app we made. So let's do this, college campus. Simply click play. So what it actually does, that we have, okay, so it asked me to clarify an outdoor quad or a courtyard with benches and trees, or an interior scene like a library. So please give me your feedback on this one. Debbie, let's see, outdoor quote. Okay, let's do the outdoor quote. Outdoor quote, please. I'm a polite guy. Okay, let's see. So now it actually turns that little phrase into a prompt. So it's kind of gives me like a feedback. So what this application does is that it it put in some basic stuff that we have posted in, and it converted to a prompt automatically, and then generate the image for you. So basically, it's supposed to give me a correct aspect ratio of the image. It's supposed to have no other people inside. It's like it's an empty one. It is supposed to be in a visual style that really represents what we is all about. So it might do some wrong, but it's usually very kind of suited. So this is here. You can see now this is the courtyard that you asked for. I don't know if you're happy about it, but I think it's look kind of cool. So let me do another one here. Can anyone give me another one? Let's just see if we can get another prompt here for a background. Okay, I think we're getting one now. Okay, we're getting two. Cool. Okay.
I have used this one so much after I realized that this is something we can do. So for all the stories I create, I just generate them, and I'm good to go. Here we have.
Oh, and nice. That's nice. This summer holiday coming up, a camping site. Let's do in Norway at the west coast. It is summertime by 69 format, please. Okay, let's do this. So now let's see how the process of getting one here and also getting it into VR. So let's just kick this off here. And now I can also show you the final thing about setting the lightning to get us all. Okay, so we are generating it now. That's nice. Thank you so much. Okay, so render a summer campsite on the west coast of Norway in 69 format. Include a few structured tent pitches or simple camper spots near a gravel road surrounded by soft grassy terrain. It sounds like a novel with a low wild vegetation. Okay, so let's see how the west coast of Norway would look like during a camping site. Have any of you guys been to Norway and on camping or in the Scandinavia? Give me the answer. Let me see. No, not yet, Debbie. You should come here.
Just also letting you know, Lars-Petter, just cautious of time. But I think let's just let's take a couple of more minutes and see this live in VR. That's absolutely cool to see. And for those who then needs to leave, you do get the recording sent to your email. But yeah. If you have the chance, stay to the bitter end. We do also have a couple of more webinars coming up as well, so I'll share some links to that as well.
Okay, cool. I'm finishing up here now. Just wanting to render it down. For any of you guys who have been around for a couple of years, you will remember this is almost like using Photoshop back in the 90s, because anytime you did anything in the tool, you also had to wait for this render time. And kind of still is, but you see it's coming now. Let's just see if we can finish it up, and we can add it to VR, and I can show you how we can add lightning to the characters and make it even match the scenery here as good as it gets. So let's just make this render finish up. Maybe it's a lot of strain on the OpenAI service right now. Seems like it's using a bit of time. Okay, here we go. So, okay, this is a nice one here. So now I can just simply download this to my computer. I can go into VR. I go in here.
Now you change your tab.
Yeah, I tend to forget that one. Locations here. Go to my downloads folder. Select that image, and now it is here in VR. So now you can see this is the image in VR. It gives me urging me to hang on for a couple seconds to optimized. I can give it a name here. So let's call it campsite. Now I can set a character in here, and just a default character, but now I can actually set the lightning. So if there was nighttime, I can set on the nighttime. This is during day. So now I can map and see. I see the sun is shining here on the object. So the sun is coming from the left. That means I can select the light from my left side of the character So if I can have it like something like this, and now I can set the color to the character to make it adjust to this sunny weather here. So we can see now I can easily play around with putting lightning on the character, so I can make that perfectly fit, and also the amount of light here. So that makes it blend into the scenery much better. So now if I'm happy, I can go in here with this, and now I can go to my story here, and I can do the opening scene, and to end up with like a summer vibe, I can go in here, I can go to edit location, and you see now I found the campsite here, and suddenly I am here, and I can be inside the camp here, or I can be close to the camera, of course, if I want to, and suddenly I made this in just a couple of seconds with like the scenario, the lighting, everything in place. So yeah, I think that was my tips and tricks for this session. So Stine, over to you.
Great, thank you. I see we have one question here. Let's answer that one. Is it possible to export interactive scenario-based training created with WeOrm as SCORM packages? I leave that answer better.
I answer in the chat.
Great. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Lars-Petter. You've been through a lot. I actually made a list. So you've been to auto animate, you've been to sitting and lying characters, you've been into hotspot, you've been into poster notes, and you've been into a lot of different features in VR. And it's good this one is recorded, because I feel like many will attended here will go and see the recording and going through everything you have just showed us. So great. I'll just go ahead and share what other webinars soon to come your way. Let me see here. So for those of you that would like to get a more step-by-step go through of VR, I would like to say we have another webinar coming up 2nd of July. I know my colleague here, Maria, will share a link. So if you want to register to get a more, what can I say, a more foundation step-by-step go through, please feel free to join me, and I will route you all the way and show you how easy it is for you to create a story yourself. And we also have something called an office hour. So of those of you that is a part of our community, feel free to join my office hour. So once a month, I log into our customer community, and this is just an open space for you where you can ask me questions and we can have discussions, and I can show you if you have anything you wonder about. Good. And here you also see our community. This is definitely a place to have discussions, see other good examples, and also get those tips from Lars-Petter. He's posting quite often, so it's good to see to get those input every now and then on how to create better content in VR. And also, I would like to mention, we also just recently launched a course. We are a foundation course. So if you want to have a certificate, please feel free to take that course, and we will send it in the next 48 hours after you have completed it. Good. Okay. So here you have our emails if you want to reach out to us. Thank you again, Lars-Petter, for some great insights. Anything you would like to add here?
No, I hope you
enjoyed
everything, and you get some feedback looking back to the basic here, like it's some impulse, some engagement, some inspiration, some creativity. So I hope you got what you expected from this session. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you all for joining us here today, and I wish you a great rest of your day, and hope to see you on the next Story Lab session, hopefully after summer. Okay. Bye-bye, guys. Bye.
See you. Bye. Thanks.